Okay.
And she has dementia. This is my case manager from CMH.
CMH. Okay, come on up. What's your name?
Thomas Fleming.
And your name, sir?
Scott Moore.
All right, thank you. All right. Where are we on this thing?
Your Honor, since the last hearing, I have a report from my client. So there was an inspection on the 14th to go over what needed to happen before treatment on Monday. And then on that Monday, the 17th, Terminix visited the home. And it sounds like the home is not adequately prepared for effective treatment. So obviously this is a health hazard and safety case. And so there's just the home is attracting pests, and it's it sounds like there have just been some problems getting the house prepared for treatment, and it's affecting other units.
So what happened, sir?
Okay, so they came on the 3rd and they sprayed, and it wasn't complete.
They needed to come back.
The problem is that I'm taking care of an 89-year-old, and I didn't have any help. We moved into this apartment from our home, and there's a lot of stuff in there. And my nephew didn't come and help me until the end of October. It's an ongoing process. I spent a lot of money trying to get the house prepared. I got the clothes up. I bought tubs that cost about $100. I bought paint. I painted the wall because there was fecal matter from bed bugs and eggs. I painted over that. And also, they didn't come on the time that they said they were coming. They said they're coming the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th.
Right, but when they came back on the 17th, if the unit's not...
They only did one room.
But, sir, and that's because they're not going to do the rooms if they're not prepared.
Well, it's kind of hard to move my mom and her hospital.
Sir, I hear you. I'm just trying to figure out somehow or another this impasse that we're at has to, we've got to get past it.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
But for one thing, I didn't have the paper that tells me how to prepare the home, because someone, an old neighbor of mine, Michael, has been helping me out, and he took that paper and he was supposed to make a copy. He never gave it back to me, so I didn't know. I was only guessing at how to prepare the home. He never gave it back to me. So I was only guessing what I needed to do. And I've done a lot. Every time they've come, it's been more improved.
All right.
So if I know what, go ahead. So if I know what needs to be done,
does that list come from Terminix, or does it come from your client about preparation?
I'm guessing it would come from Terminix, but obviously that's a guess. I can't answer from my client.
All right.
So they didn't come on the 10th at all.
Okay. But understand, part of the reason they're not showing up is because the unit's not prepared. And then when they do show up, they can't spray because it's not prepared. I understand and I hear all your difficulties, but it can't.
Well, he sprayed on the 17th, and I couldn't get into my room for three hours, and I had to sleep on the floor.
Right. I get that. But and I'm just going to give you the bottom line to it. If we don't get that unit sprayed and properly treated, then I'm going to have to issue a judgment and have you evicted.
Oh,
That's the bottom line. And I don't necessarily want to do that.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
I just found out kind of about what's going on. I will happily assist Kevin and try to get his to come.
Got it. Okay. So it's pretty much on a 2-week kind of cycle kind of thing. So
Oh, sorry.
here's what I'm going to, I have the 12.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. What I want to have happen is I want the landlord to send out the list of how that unit needs to be prepared. If to the defendant, as well as if the CMH worker can give a email address so that it also goes to you. Okay. Send that out. Have them set another appointment for the spraying and treatment of the unit. And let's see if we can get this done.
Brenner, would you give a deadline for the appointment so that we all know kind of when it has to be prepared?
For the appointment, well, I was thinking of adjourning it out to the 12th, but with the holidays, I don't know if that's going to be enough time. Can they get Terminix out in a week?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
So I'll adjourn this out December 12th, 2025 at
Yep.
2 p.m. All right. And I'm going to indicate your unit needs to be fully prepared for treatment.
Okay.
That was going to happen. You're going to have your unit fully prepared for treatment by the 10th.
10.
Yes, and that way they can set the appointment. Hopefully they can get them out there within that.
Between the 10th and the 12th.
Pardon, between the 10th and the 12th, they can get them out there. I may be ambitious, but I'm also trying to give time because I know you're going to be. All right. Okay, so 2 o'clock on the 12th, and hopefully we can have a good report.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Court does call the case of Cherry Hill Administration versus Dion Ragland.
Plaintiff?
Your name? Dion Ragland. All right. And you?
Hi, Kalila Horton. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Where are you from?
Washtenaw County Health Department. I ran out to help that. Yeah, I'm gonna apply them for food stamps.
And
Help them out. Yeah,
I'm just going to thank you.
you're welcome.
All right. I called the case. I saw Mr. Ragland's case, but I saw you go out there, and you've been here before, but I didn't know exactly what you were doing.
Yeah,
But I know that you were trying to do something to help them, and the court greatly appreciates it.
yeah. I gave her my number.
You could have just sat there.
Right. I couldn't do that.
No, right. I mean, correct. And so I'm thankful, and sometimes blessings just come in different ways, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes kids really always help out.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Rick. Where are we on Mr. Ragland's case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $9,900.
Right. Okay. Where are we?
Well, he did pay. I sent the spreadsheet and I went over it with the attorney in the last court date. There was a difference of $400. And the attorney looked at me and said, well, I just suggest you go ahead and move. So that's that. He has proof. He has money order receipts
Hold
of,
on a second. So you went through it, there's a discrepancy of 400.
yep. But he did work for him,
Yes.
He did work for,
the landlord. Sink, toilet, plumbing. They had some type of agreement. So I just kind of blew that off.
and you credited his account with that? I'm trying to figure out,
$444. Yes. The rest was paid. He has
Yeah.
money order receipts.
that's what I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Yep, I added everything up.
So who were you talking to, Mr. Fink?
Yeah, the attorney that was here last week, I sent him the spreadsheet, and before you came out, he called me to the desk
Yeah.
and he hadn't looked at it yet. So he pulled it up on his laptop and we went down the list, he added it up and he just said, well, I just suggested move because even he knew it was paid.
Yeah.
But why would he suggest he move if it's paid?
Because it would be future problems, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be
I think.
Oh,
he should.
because
Yeah, I'm
it's
going-
gonna, I see what you're saying. He
Yeah.
wasn't disputing, he wasn't saying that because you two didn't agree on the numbers necessarily. He said that because he's gonna run into this problem.
Future issues with the landlord.
Right.
I think it's best that he should just move.
Yeah, I am.
Well, are you gonna move?
Yes.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm finna, move in with my girlfriend and then we're gonna find a place together.
Gonna put his stuff in storage.
I'm putting it in my stuff in storage.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, whenever I was gonna do that, that was a disaster.
I'm sure we all have
Yeah,
stories.
I'm just saying.
I know.
We've all done that before.
That's right. It just never really turned out good.
All right.
Is that right, Alan?
Look,
Oh, you're going for what other people told you.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, anyway. So when were you gonna try to get all of that accomplished?
In the next, like, couple of days, well, however much time that the court is gonna allow me to, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to be there long, but just enough time to move my stuff. Already been in the process of getting boxes, looking for storage units and, getting a U-Haul truck and stuff.
Okay, so just so you understand, the only thing they're looking for in this case is just possession of the unit.
Yeah.
Not looking for a money judgment against
Right.
you. So it's really an issue of when do you think you can reasonably get your stuff moved out, get moved in where you're going and give them the keys back? How much time will it take you to do that?
All right, in the next 30 days, 20 days.
Could he use a security deposit and cleaning fee to
Yeah,
cover December and then he'd be out?
Well, I can't do that because that's handled under a different statute and the like.
oh,
How much is his rent?
It's, $800 a month.
Okay, so,
no, that's judgment is wrong. It's 550. I don't know what that one, from what I was paying.
we can't agree on anything. All
Yeah,
right, so here's,
Your Honor, it was $550 in 2016.
okay, but anyway. Let me ask you this, if I adjourn this to the 12th over the objection of plaintiff, you think you could be moved out and get the keys to him? So that's,
3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3
yeah,
weeks,
it's about 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah,
that should be
get
it.
out of there.
Yeah.
please.
You can do that?
Yeah, because of the holidays, that's only stuff is like that. And I work and I get off at 3:00, so that's but yeah, it should be enough time. Yeah,
Okay, and you gotta get the keys back to them.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that you're surrendering the unit.
yes.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll adjourn this to December 12th, 2025 at 2 p.m. Okay?
We gotta come back in.
Well,
We gotta tell them that.
See, that's over the objection
Oh,
of
okay.
plaintiff, but
Thank you, Your Honor. I can't imagine that Jimmy would have seen that it was paid and not dismissed it. That's the only.
I don't know what happened with that hotel.
Why isn't he here?
Huh?
Why isn't he here? I thought he would.
Why isn't Jim here?
Yeah.
Well,
Got things to do.
All right.
well, and for those of us that do this, sometimes it's better it's not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Mr. Fish.
When he looked at me and said what he said, I just got it. I was like, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Say less.
All right.
All right.
Thank you again for all you do. And
You're
what you
welcome.
did today.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you too.
Take care.
And holiday.
Yes, and to you, sir.
All right.
Boris Knoll versus Rosalind Lett. Lett, not here. I had previously sworn you in, I think.
This morning, Your Honor.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Jillian Ingen for plaintiff. This is a case for non-payment of rent. Routine possession is $323. Court costs are $175 for a total of $498. Plaintiff is requesting a default judgment for possession only with the writs issued after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default. For possession, redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Hamilton Crossing versus Shekinah Wyndham. Shekinah Wyndham. You may proceed.
Thanks, Your Honor. This is a case for non-payment of rent. Rent routine possession is $465. Court costs are $176 for a total of $641. Plaintiff is requesting a default judgment for possession only with a written issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. New Park Ridge Apartments versus Samantha Brockman. Hello,
Judge
what's your name?
Samantha Brockman.
All right, where are we on Miss Brockman's case?
Your Honor, there's a balance of $473. It's my understanding from notes from my client that Ms. Brockman said she would pay the full balance by December 5th, including December rent, if that is,
By what date?
sorry, by December 5th,
December 1st.
December 1st. Oh, that's
Because
even
me and the December 1st.
Okay, so you're gonna pay your December
Five.
rent plus this by December 1st.
That's 560.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn this out to December 5th, 2025 at
2 p.m.
2 p.m. All right?
The plan?
You have everything paid. You may not need to come back. You just make sure everything's paid because then they dismiss it because everything's paid.
Yeah,
All
perfect.
right?
Sounds like a plan.
Take care. New Park Ridge Apartments versus Quashi Mitchell.
Jillian Ingen for plaintiff.
A defendant steps up, expecting his lawyer to defend him, but she's nowhere to be found. The judge's reaction is instant, sharp, and unforgettable. From frustration to humor, this real courtroom exchange shows the reality behind the justice system. One missing lawyer, one judge, and one moment caught on camera.
I thought last time we went over how to pronounce my name.
What?
I thought last time we went over how to pronounce my name.
Oh, shoot. You know,
I just knew you was gonna say.
no, go ahead. You can go ahead. Yell at me all you want. I knew the moment she got up, I said, I messed up. I messed up and I was going to try to correct myself. And then I said, maybe in the spirit of the holidays, she'll let it slide. Nope. Just weren't even there.
Look, these people ain't.
Pause right here, because this is already a courtroom red flag. A defendant standing alone when their lawyer doesn't show? That's not just awkward, that's legally dangerous. And the judge joking about yelling at the lawyer? Humor, yes, but also frustration bubbling under the surface. Would you know what to do in this moment?
These people ain't letting me slide.
What?
These people not letting me slide.
Well, I have nothing to do with that. So how do I pronounce your name?
It's Quashay.
That's right. See, and I knew that because I made the joke about her being French. right?
That's why I thought you was gonna remember.
I know, but I looked at it, I just said what I said, and I said, please let please don't ever yell at me. You know, I'm sensitive.
Me too.
Okay, Quashay. All right, where are we on her case?
Your Honor, Ms. Mitchell's landlord is willing to enter into a conditional order of dismissal with her. So I guess I can, I'm hoping to get Ms. Mitchell's contact information, and then I can send you a draft, and then if you can review it, read it carefully, and if you approve, we can submit it to the court, and then we can come back and put the terms on the record.
Do you work for Fink and Fink?
Yes, ma'am.
So I called you guys twice and left my phone number as well as my email, and I still have yet to hear from anybody.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what happens sometimes with attorneys. They're calling their client, trying to figure out if the client will do things. Sometimes clients don't get back like they should, and they can't say anything to you until they get the approval of the client. All right? But
I moved this past week, and so I was out of the office for a good portion.
right, and so, but this is good news because they're willing to enter conditional order dismissal. I don't know what the terms are, but at least that's certainly progress. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just adjourn this out to my next date of December 5th, 2025 at 2 p.m. They'll contact you with those terms and truly look it over carefully. And hopefully then we can have this all resolved.
Okay.
Will that work for you, Quashay? No, let me stop.
If this is resolved, would I still have to come to the court date? Here's
what I'll do. If you, yes, you would, because you'd have to look over the terms and approve it, but I have to give you certain rights after you approved it. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to give you your rights now to that. And then that way, if you sign off on it, then you don't have to come back. Mm-hmm. All right. After you sign, you have 3 business days after I sign that conditional order dismissal to also again think about it and determine whether or not you had any confusion, misunderstanding, non-assertion of any right that you have in the case. You have 3 business days to file a motion with the court to set that conditional order dismissal aside. That applies from the date of my signing of it. All right. Doesn't mean I would set it aside, but you have those 3 business days to motion the court to do so. You understand all of that?
I do.
All right. And so I'll adjourn this out. I'll indicate that rights given. Adjourn it out, and hopefully we'll get a conditional order dismissal and we'll be done.
Sounds
And then
good.
I don't have to mess up your name and have you look at me like that. You have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you.